Miss Laura from Madison Public Library, back with another DaVinci's workshop. This time we will be making some galaxy slime. So in your STEAM kit, you'll find your instruction sheet, and then you'll see a container of blue goo, which is Elmer's glue, and then there's some glitter at the bottom, and then I added some blue food coloring to make it look like the galaxy. And then you'll find some galaxy glitter, a little container of baking soda, and then you'll have another little container and it'll have the saline solution in it. And then from home you'll need a bowl, a spoon, so you'll need a half a teaspoon, a tablespoon, and then something where you can measure out half a cup. So I just have a little measuring cup here. And you'll also need some warm water from your sink. Okay, so now we can jump on into making our galaxy slime. I went ahead and got some warm water in my measuring cup, and you need half a cup. Okay, so the first step is to take your cup of glue and open it up, and then you're just going to pour it into a bowl. Your bowl can be smaller than this. This is pretty big. Just pour it in, and you'll want to use your spoon to get everything out, or as much out as you can. And then you can give it a stir so that we can get the glitter spread out in there. Okay, now we can set that aside for the moment and grab our half a cup of warm water. Then open up your container of baking soda. And I didn't measure out the baking soda in here, so you'll need your teaspoon or your half a teaspoon. Then you'll just do half a teaspoon and level it out. And then you just put it into the water. And I'm going to use this to stir it in there. And you're just going to stir it until it's fully dissolved in the water. Okay, now you can take your water and baking soda mixture and add it to your glue. Now, just go ahead and stir this together so it's all mixed together. Then you can just go ahead and add in your glitter and then stir it up some more. So now we will find out if I have made this correctly. So now you'll take your little cup of saline solution and just pour it into a tablespoon to measure it out correctly. Okay, so you're going to start out by adding 1 tablespoon of saline solution to your mixture, and then you're going to start stirring it as quickly as possible. Okay, so now we have a close-up so we can see what's going on in the bowl. And just mix it very quickly. You're going to be doing this for a while. And you'll notice it starts to thicken up. And you'll see it's starting to look like slime. Just keep going. And eventually it's going to pull away from the sides of the bowl. It's already starting to do that, and it's getting harder to stir it. So in a little while, if you want, you can go ahead and use your hands. And it's going to be sticky at first, and that's when we'll be able to judge whether we need to add more saline solution. Okay, I think it's about time that I can use my hands in our slime. Now you can roll your sleeves up to avoid getting this on your clothes. And you can actually put some saline solution on your hands just to avoid it sticking as much. Just rub it around. Go ahead and Start mixing it together with your hands. So you can go around and stretch it and swirl it around and pretend it's the galaxy. And so if you feel like the slime is too sticky, you can add in just a few more drops of saline solution. I'll explain why you shouldn't add too much in a little bit. So you can just take your time and play with it. And once you're done playing with it, you can put it in a plastic bag or some sort of Tupperware container. And I would recommend not adding any more saline solution, because after a while, and once it cools off, because it is still a bit warm from the warm water, it will thicken up some more. And if you add too much saline solution, that'll make it rubbery, and then it won't be stretching like this. And slime is known for its stretchiness, so we don't want to take that away. Okay, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little close-up view of what it looks like now. And as I'm sure you guys know, it's just so much fun to play with. And I'm happy that it does look like the galaxy. So I did some research on the science behind slime, as you'll see on your handout. And I discovered that slime is called a non-Newtonian fluid. And that basically means it resembles both a solid and a liquid. So a substance like this changes its viscosity based on how much pressure is applied to it. But I think that's why slime is so interesting, is because it looks pretty much like a solid, but it flows more like a liquid. So the most important thing to know about how slime works is that we added our saline solution, and this is what turned it into slime. So it contains boric acid and sodium borate, and the borate ions mix in with the Elmer's glue and water and baking soda, and it turns it into this. And so the reason why we use glue is that it's a polymer, which means that it's made up of long, repeating, and identical molecules, and they are just flowing past each other to keep it in a liquid state. And then once the borate ions react with this mixture, it connects those molecules together, and we get slime. So there's plenty more research out there on slime and why it works and all the different ways you can make it. I thought that this recipe it's always very simple, and I haven't really had any problems with it. There are only a few times where I added a little too much saline solution and it became way too rubbery. But if you're careful and only use 1 tablespoon and just a few drops more if it's too liquidy, then it won't get too rubbery. And if you store it in an airtight container, that will also prevent it from getting too hard or rubbery. And also you'll notice, since this is made with clear glue, that once it's stored for a while, you'll notice it starts to get clearer at the bottom because all the bubbles and the air is coming out of it and rising. So the top, you'll see a layer of bubbles, which are fun to pop, and then it'll just look more clear towards the bottom. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this. Got another helper here. I don't know if you could see in there. So thank you for watching this video and coming to the library to pick up your STEAM kits. I'll see you again soon for another DaVinci's workshop. Bye!